The massive obsidian ships materialized above Earth's major cities like dark storm clouds, their hulls gleaming with an otherworldly sheen that seemed to absorb light itself. Admiral Kethvar stood on the bridge of the flagship, his 4 arms crossed in satisfaction as he gazed down at the blue-green world below. After millennia of conquering lesser civilizations, this routine had become almost mundane. "Deploy the intimidation protocols," he commanded, his voice a deep rumble that resonated through the ship's corridors. Within moments, holographic projections appeared in every capital city on Earth, towering images of Kethvar himself, his reptilian features twisted into what his species considered a diplomatic smile. "Primitive humans of Earth," the projection boomed across every communication channel. "I am Admiral Kethvar of the Hegemony Collective. Your world has been selected for integration into our empire. You will surrender 70% of your planetary resources, submit to our governance, and provide tribute ships filled with your finest specimens for our gladiatorial arenas. You have 72 of your hours to comply or face complete annihilation." The transmission ended, leaving Earth's leaders scrambling in emergency sessions. Kethvar leaned back in his command throne, already mentally cataloging the resources this primitive world would provide. Surely these backwards creatures, who hadn't even achieved faster-than-light travel, would capitulate immediately. But something unexpected happened. Instead of panic surrenders or desperate pleas for mercy, Earth's response came exactly 71 hours and 59 minutes later. A single human appeared on every screen throughout Kethvar's fleet, an elderly woman with silver hair and kind eyes, sitting calmly in what appeared to be a modest office. "Hello," she said simply, her voice carrying across the void with startling clarity. "I'm Ambassador Elena Rodriguez, speaking on behalf of Earth's unified government. We've considered your proposal." Kethvar's secondary arms twitched in amusement. "Have you come to grovel for better terms, human?" Elena smiled, not the fearful grimace he expected, but something oddly warm and pitying. "Actually, we're here to offer you a warning. You see, Admiral, you've made a fundamental error in your intelligence gathering. Impossible. Our scouts have observed your species for decades. You're barely spacefaring, technologically inferior, and violent," Elena interrupted gently. "Yes, we gathered you'd noticed that part. What your scouts apparently missed is why we're so violent, and what we've been doing about it." On screens throughout the Hegemony fleet, images began appearing. Archive footage of human conflicts, but not what Kethvar expected. Instead of primitive weapons and crude tactics, the displays showed increasingly sophisticated warfare. Cyber attacks that could cripple entire star systems, biological agents that could adapt to any known physiology, and strangest of all, massive installations being constructed in deep space. "You see, Admiral," Elena continued conversationally, "about 50 years ago, we realized we weren't alone in the universe. We also realized that when we met our neighbors, they probably wouldn't be friendly. So we prepared." The space around Earth's solar system suddenly lit up like a festival of stars. Thousands of previously invisible installations powered up, their energy signatures blazing across Kethvar's sensors. Hidden shipyards revealed themselves, disgorging vessels that dwarfed even his mighty fleet. And from the depths of space came something that made his blood run cold, weapons platforms that seemed to bend the very fabric of spacetime around them. "The thing about humans, Admiral," Elena said, her grandmother's voice carrying a steel edge that cut through space itself, "is that we're not naturally violent. We learn to be violent. And when we learn something, we tend to perfect it." Kethvar's tactical officer was frantically running calculations, his scaled face pale with terror. "Sir, their firepower, it exceeds our entire battle group by a factor of 12. These weapons, some of them operate on principles we don't even understand." Elena leaned forward slightly. "Now, Admiral, let me make you a counteroffer. You have 1 hour to leave our solar system and never return. In exchange, we won't demonstrate why the universe should be grateful that humanity has, until now, been confined to one small planet." The transmission ended. Kethvar stared at the screens showing the impossible array of weapons trained on his fleet, each one capable of turning his ships into cosmic dust. In all his centuries of conquest, he had never encountered a species that had prepared for war before even reaching the stars. "Admiral?" his navigation officer whispered. "Orders." Kethvar looked once more at the blue world that had just redefined his understanding of the galaxy's power structure. "Set course for home," he said quietly. "Maximum speed." As his fleet disappeared into hyperspace, Elena Rodriguez smiled and began composing humanity's first official message to the galactic community. It was time to introduce themselves properly. After all, the universe should know its new neighbors.